University of Missouri Extension economist Ron Plain joined us Tuesday afternoon to look at hog markets before the end of the year. As we mentioned in our previous episode, Nebraska has joined the list of states positive for the porcine epidemic diarrhea virus. I started our analysis with Ron by asking if the increasing case totals were amounting to a huge problem for the hog industry.
I'm afraid so, Jeff. PED is a virus, and like most viruses, they spread more in the wintertime. And as we've headed through fall, we've seen the number of new cases going up. We're over 1,500 farms now with the disease, and that's probably going to get a lot higher before we get through the winter. So yes, I think it's going to be have a significant impact on markets and the pork supply.
You think this does have a noticeable effect on market prices?
Yes, I'm guessing probably we'll see hog slaughter reduced by 1% or so next summer and higher prices because of that.
Do the current break-evens where they're at right now, Ron, does that offer profit for the producer?
Well, last few days we've been pretty close to a break-even situation. Hog prices have dropped into the upper 70s, and so not any profit being made right now, but I suspect December's going to, on balance, show a little bit of profit for hog producers.
What will attribute to a gain in that? Lower feed prices or higher hog prices?
Well, hog prices are a tad bit lower than a year ago. The key thing is that corn prices are $3 a bushel lower than a year ago, and so much lower break-even prices, and that's why we're making money here in the fourth quarter of 2013.
Yeah. The quarterly hogs and pigs report will come out next Friday, the 27th. Expectations on what we might see there?
Well, the breeding herd's probably going to be up a bit, fairing intentions up. The real important number I think everybody's going to be looking at is pigs per litter as an indication just how bad of a problem the PED virus is creating. The disease is very deadly on baby pigs, and people are going to be looking at that number, probably expecting the pig crop to be down a bit, and therefore, like I said, higher prices next summer.
For current production numbers, what are you seeing in terms of hog slaughter?
Well, hog slaughter has been running under the level expected in the September inventory report. We were down 4.5% in fall slaughter. Slaughter in recent weeks has been down 0.5 to 1%. Again, less than expected based upon the September inventory report, and I'm guessing we're probably going to stay down a bit as we move through the winter.
As for slaughter weights, Ron?
They're record high. The last 6 weeks have each set a new all-time record for weights. We're above 280 pounds on live weight for hogs at slaughter, running about 3% higher than a year ago. So yes, number of hogs we're slaughtering is down, but because of heavier weights, we're actually producing more pork the last several weeks than we did a year ago.
Attribution for that goes to what, do you think?
Well, part of it is the fact we was losing a lot of money a year ago and we're making money now. The weather has been conducive. Weights typically pick up in the fall, but the tremendous jump is a bit hard to explain.
Exports in October were down 12%. Is that something that should cause concern?
Well, we're going to be down this year. The last 2 years have each set records, so you can't not likely to keep doing records every year. So for the year, we're going to be probably down 9 or 10% from a year ago. Two countries account for most of the decline, Russia and South Korea. Russia has stopped buying U.S. beef and pork in a dispute over ractopamine in feed use. In the case of South Korea, they bought a lot of pork the last several years as they tried to eradicate a foot and mouth disease outbreak and reduced their meat production there.
So that could even continue into the future then?
Yeah, it's probably not going to change a large amount anytime soon.
All right, into 2014, your forecast for hog prices as you look at carcass and live weight basis?
Well, on a seasonal basis, we tend to see prices rally from the late winter to late spring. I'm expecting prices on a carcass weight basis to move from the upper 70s here in December to close to $100, $1 a pound on a carcass weight basis. come June or so. On a live weight basis, that'll put prices in the mid to upper 70s on per pound basis.
Again, the quarterly Hogs and Pigs report is to be released next Friday at 2 o'clock Central Time.